Hey, it's Donna. So I was trying to think about what to talk about today, and I have a few things on my mind. So one is the mindset for losing weight, for choosing to get healthy, for whatever your road to health looks like. For some people, it's losing weight. For other people, it's mitigating symptoms of diseases or syndromes or I can't think of the other word. Anyway, so for me, I have been overweight most of my life. As a child, even though I wasn't really actually overweight as a child, I thought that I was. This was because my mother, meaning well, was afraid for me to become overweight, but I did. Also, there was some very early childhood trauma that made me turn to food and try to deal with that trauma that way. And later in my life, back in 2002, I was very, very overweight. I was, oh my gosh, 376 pounds. And so I had life-saving weight loss surgery. I had a Roux-en-Y gastric bypass. And it was life-saving. And when you are that weight, that really is one of the only ways to lose weight. Recently, and I lost weight. I lost a lot of weight. I lost too much weight. I was very thin and I had to have surgery to correct an issue. For whatever reason, the surgeon had chosen to place 2 bands around my stomach when not even 1 band was needed. And so I could never eat very much. I mean, at all. Like other people I knew who had the surgery, they could eat and I would be shocked. Like, how can they eat an entire chicken breast when I can't eat 2 ounces of meat, 2 ounces of ground meat as it was. And anyway, eventually after becoming skeletally thin, I had surgery and corrected that. They didn't know what was wrong. They found the 2 bands, they removed them. And then there were some things that happened after that. I had a lot of injuries. I was immobile. Some things had happened that caused some really, really deep depression. And in dealing with that, I gained a lot of weight. Not back to the 375, but still I am now back to being overweight. And anyway, I had a friend say, while she was hearing about what I've been doing and how hard I've been working to lose weight and get healthy now, she said, well, now you're doing it the right way. And I got really upset, and she could not understand why what she said would be offensive to me. And I choose not to be offended by anybody. But still, what she said was just wrong, and I couldn't make her understand that. I worked hard the first time, and when you are that overweight, your body can't exercise very well. You can't get active, and you require food to keep going, as well as being emotionally needy of that food. And yes, people who weigh that much have lost weight without that surgery. But for me, it was what was needed. And you still have to work. You still have to not eat the foods that you want to eat and not eat the foods that, you crave. And you have to go through some mental health changes. And all of that is hard work. And anyway, and I did become more active when I was able to. And I did, in fact, overweight or not, walking has always just been one of my favorite activities since I was able to. When I was 379 pounds or whatever it was, I wanted to be active, but I couldn't be. I couldn't climb the stairs, which I climb now daily, up and down, up and down. But back then I couldn't. And so, sometimes people can't do things the way you think they ought to do them, but you're not in their shoes and you don't know why they may choose not to do it your way. And maybe it's not a choice. Maybe it's what's necessary for them. Some people, they use medications to help them lose weight, and that's what is working for them. And I don't judge that, because that's what works for them. And I know lots of people who had the surgery, and the same surgery I had, or similar surgeries, because you can get sleeves and bands and different variations of a gastric bypass. So anyway, but what got me in the mindset this time was realizing that I didn't have to be like this, that this is not my natural state, that honestly, I feel quite unattractive. I feel just plain ugly at this weight, and I don't care whether you tell me compliments or not. I'm not fishing for them, and my opinion is what I'm going to believe for right now, not yours. So anyway, that's one thing, but I felt that way for most of my life, and that wasn't enough. I mentioned that my sister had a health crisis, and that really affected me. I 100% did not want that same health crisis for me. And then dealing with that, I got very sick at one point, and I was diagnosed while being sick with terrible food poisoning. I was diagnosed with diabetes, and that was the kicker. Although I had started on my journey to health and all of that, and my mindset was there, and it was right, that the diabetes thing, man, that was the kicker. I do not want diabetes. I hate the idea of having diabetes. And so I have chosen to really fight my weight. I chose not to take medications that they suggested I take. I talked to my doctor about that choice. He agreed with me that that was a good choice, as long as I was really going to follow the diet and exercise plan, because losing weight can change or reverse the diabetes aspect. Long ago, I had learned that diabetes, once you had it, you always had it. But at the same time, if you lose weight, you don't have to worry about controlling your blood sugars the same way you do when you have diabetes. And in my mindset, I've totally gotten off of candy. Believe I love candy. Love candy. Cotton candy is my thing. And I was always eating candy. I had candy on my desk for my coworkers. I like candy, but since this mindset, I'm off candy. I do not crave it most of the time, but even when I do crave it a little, and I wouldn't even call it a craving, I'd call it, oh, that looks good, but I don't eat it. I don't want it. I don't want to destroy what I'm working on. And so that is my mindset, and that's how I'm doing this. What got you into choosing to get healthier? What got you to say, I am ready to lose this amount of weight? For me, that amount of weight is 120 pounds. That's a lot. That's a whole person. And that's going to take a while. And this process is excruciatingly slow. I feel like I've been working at this forever now, and it's only been however many weeks, and I've lost 9 pounds, and that's so disappointing when I say it, when I think it, but it's a process, and I'm only at the beginning of that process. And one day you're going to be listening to a video of mine, and I'm going to feel beautiful. I'm going to probably be wearing makeup. I didn't put makeup on today. I will be healthy. I will not be worried about diabetes anymore. I will not be worried about heart health or anything else. I will be just telling you how to maintain your health, and I will have gained some expertise by then through my own experiences. So that's my video for today. Sorry it's a long one. I hope that you are encouraged. I hope that you can encourage me, and that you can encourage other people in your life who are trying to get healthy. And seriously, don't judge their choice about the path that they take, because sometimes that's the only path that's going to work for them. I'm sorry, I'm going to backtrack, because when I was overweight and on my way to that 379 pounds, I tried things. I joined Tops, that's a group throwing off pounds sensibly. I joined that, and I sat there with people talking about it, almost like an AA meeting, and that did not work for me. That was not for me, but it did work for other people. It worked for my mother. She lost weight in Tops, and she joined COPS, which is keeping off pounds sensibly. It worked amazingly for her. It did not work for me. Something like, other groups and things, Weight Watchers or Noom or whatever, all the other things, those things don't work for me because, I don't know, I'm not a group person. I'm just not. And I had to go to different group meetings after that surgery, and I would only seem to hear ways that I could get around the things that I wasn't supposed to be able to do anymore. Like once you have that surgery, eating sugar gets you sick, or drinking sugar especially gets me sick. So people would talk about how to get around that. Oh, just do this. And I was like, oh, really? So I can have sugar? And so I did. So for me, a group didn't work. For me, other things work. And this is one of the things I do to stay motivated, to stay on the thing. It's sort of my accountability. it's my, as well as the group that I have on Facebook, Happy Healthy Choices. There's only a few members, but my posting to that and sharing to that helps me stay accountable. It helps me stay motivated. So anyway, back to the end. So I hope that I've been an encouragement to you. I hope that you stay the course and that you maintain or get to your healthy, happy place, your happy, healthy place. And have a great day, and thanks for listening. This was a long one, sorry.